Hey traders, Jason here from Levitt Brothers. So in this video, I want to talk about how rotation is messing up the charts a little bit. Okay, we've gone on a great run. In fact, the last couple months have been one of the best runs in years. Okay, a lot of big winners, a lot of stocks have doubled. A lot of small cap stocks that were very liquid could be bought at 10 or 12 bucks. They ran up into the 20s. A lot of big profits available. But things are either starting to change or they're temporarily being put on pause. And as a trader, you can't have the blinders on. You can't just keep going forward full speed without picking your head up and seeing what's going on. If rotation happens and different groups play a leadership role, we need to pay close attention to that. Okay, you can't keep going back to the well over and over if it's pretty obvious that money is rotating somewhere else. Okay, before I get started, quick reminder, we have our Cyber Week special going on right now. Buy an annual membership, get 3 months free. This comes out to be less than $50 a month. Go to the homepage, click subscribe, and follow the steps. And once everything is set up, I will manually add the extra 3 months on. All right, let's get started here. So first, where is money coming out of? And this is not going to be a complete list. This is just a list of the stuff that we've been playing recently. So here's HUT. It has definitely been coming. It has come out of Bitcoin stocks a little bit. You can see this bottoming pattern here. Boom, boom, boom. Went up a bunch, faded backwards, and then went on a nice run. But you can see over the last couple of weeks, even as Bitcoin has gone up to 100,000 for in printed new highs, we got a high here, and that got sold into hard. Printed 30, it's already down at 25 within a couple of days. So you're talking about 16, 17% drop in just a couple of days. So that those higher prices were rejected. Money is starting to come out of a lot of the crypto names. They've gone on great runs. They've provided huge profits for us. But I would say their uptrends are over and they need to base and reset up before playing again. Here's Mara, another one. The stock's been a mess. Based here, as you can see, it moved up here but crashed hard. I mean, that's too big of a drop for a stock that seemed to be breaking out of a base. You can see it runs up here, prints over 30, and immediately falls back to the mid-20s. This stock is kind of dangerous. You can see a big drop here, big drop here. This stock is, and of course this big drop here. This stock is prone to big drops. Okay, it'll spend weeks and weeks and weeks doing this. It'll run up and then immediately give it back. So that's the nature of this stock. Great gains to be had if you can jump on a runner, but you got to be careful. Money is starting to come out of some of these Bitcoin names. One more, Riot, same thing. Nice base here, runs up, fades backwards, and then runs up again. But you can see as Bitcoin was going up to 100,000, this thing was falling hard, and it's been chopping around in a range. So money has come out of the Bitcoin miners. I would not say the trend is up anymore, at least for like shorter term swing trading. Just be aware of it, because especially with these, when the trend ends or at least temporarily stalls, they don't just peacefully move in a range. They can get cut in half. They can fall 30, 40, 50% in a relatively short period of time. So you don't want to stick around. All right. So where is money going? If money is coming out of the Bitcoin names, where is it going? Or at least what is doing better now? One is the mega caps. Mega caps had lagged for a while, but they're starting to catch a bit. Okay, here's Apple. Closed at a new high last week, followed through yesterday, following through more today. So this looks great. Okay, money coming out of the Bitcoin names. I'm not saying people are selling Bitcoin and then buying Apple. But that's the rotation that seems to be taking place, where profits are being taken, Bitcoin names, and then the mega caps are starting to do better. Here's Apple at a new high. Here's Amazon. This is not a new high, but you can see stock broke out here, rallied up, came down and tested, and now like this is the high. So we're getting, we're 1 or 2 good days away from the high there. So we're seeing money rotate into more of the mega caps. Here's Meta. Okay, Facebook, whatever you want to call it. This is an all-time high. So Bitcoin's starting to lag a little bit. Mega caps starting to catch a bid. That's the rotation that's going on right now. Okay, some of these were very unattractive. I mean, this is very unattractive to trade as far as I'm concerned. When you have a lot of overlapping candles and fake moves and such, it's hard to trade. So it's hard, it's easy to get lulled to sleep, and then boom, suddenly they're at new highs. All right, what else? Where else is money coming out of? Okay, another group is the power stocks. Okay, nuclear power. Several of these power stocks are doing really well. The word is that with AI uses all these big data centers. The data centers take a lot of power to run, so a lot of the power stocks have done really well. So you can see here, Oklo came out of a base here, rallied up, faded, and then went on a run, but it's been a total mess for like 6 weeks. Okay, we nailed this move here. It's been great at Lever Brothers. It was posted at Lever Brothers over here as it was basing as a good trading idea, so we nailed it. But like, money obviously is not continuing to flow into that, so we'd be kind of stupid to put our head down and keep going back to the well. Okay, got to be a little bit more careful. Okay, what happened over here is pretty much what my favorite kind of setup is. Okay, runs up, volume stronger, much stronger than average, fades backwards, very much lighter volume, and then it runs. That's like, to me, that's perfect. Okay, I don't want to get in at the beginning. I'm gonna get out at the best place I can. I'm just looking to nail a chunk in the middle. SMR, another power stock. We nailed it over the summer, had really good gains, and now it's provided another great run. But as you can see, new high here immediately got rejected. It was up over 32, and it's already down in the mid-20s just in 2 days. Okay, so money seems to be coming out of the power stocks. I'm not saying the trend is over, but it looks like they're going to take a break as money rotates somewhere else. Okay, where else is money coming out of? Money's coming out of the space stocks and just the aerospace, aeronautic stocks. Okay, here's Archer, huge base here. Okay, as you can see, big, huge double bottom. It shows up better on the weekly chart. Comes out of a base here. Tons of volume over here. As it goes up, fades backwards to the 8 EMA. And as you can see, it runs up, but it runs up, gets close to $10, and boom, it's immediately down into the mid sixes, even low sixes. So this stock dropped almost 40% just in 2 days, just this week. Okay, so they went on great runs, but now money is coming out of the stocks. Okay, and to highlight again, like, this is probably my favorite, like, all-time setup, is that to have a base like this, to have it run up on huge volume, to have it fade backwards on lighter volume here, and then for it to go on a run, that is absolutely picture perfect. I am not looking to buy that much over here. I'd rather wait till the move starts and then buy a dip within a newly formed uptrend. It's perfect. I get in a little bit late, but the odds of success are much higher, especially when you can time it with the overall market acting well. Rocket Lab's another one. This has been a big winner for us for several months, going back to last summer. But as you can see, it topped out at 28, and today it was down in the mid 22. So great runner, but you gotta trail it with a stop and get out. So if money is rotating out of this, it's got to rotate somewhere else. So for like several months, we could just buy dips. I don't know if you can buy a dip with Rocket Lab right now. You might need to stand back and let it move around and base before we become active in it again. And that's my whole point here, is a lot of these stocks have done really well. They may continue to do really well over the next 6 months, but in the short term, looking out a few weeks, probably need to change our operations. Instead of blindly buying dips knowing that they're going to follow through to the upside, probably need to be a little bit smarter about that. All right, what else is going on? So where is money rotating to? Well, here's IGV, which is a software ETF. Money's obviously moving into that. Stocks, this stock printed a new high last week. It faded back, but didn't fade back much, and now it's moving up again. So money's moving in there. Semiconductors are starting to catch a bid. For a long time, several months, they were laggards. Like they fell. This is the move down into the carry, the Japan carry trade low. It bounced off that, but when the entire market was, trending up and up and up and going to its highs, this thing just kind of traded haphazardly in a range. Okay, but in the very short term, we got some good positive candles here, decent volume there. We're above the 21-day moving average, which is the orange line here. The combination of yesterday, which was a solid up day on strong volume, and then today, which so far is an inside day. Not saying semiconductors are strong, but for several months they've been in the dumps and completely uninteresting, but they're starting to catch a bid, so maybe money is rotating here. Here's housing. Housing seems to be, feels a little bit heavy here. It gapped up, printed a new high over here. This is XHB, which contains both, not both, but it contains housing stocks, but also contains like material suppliers, whether it be like doors or windows and that kind of stuff, and home improvement stores like Home Depot. So printed a new high, but then immediately fell back. So it's kind of feels a little bit heavy here. Money is, did great. Okay, but money is starting to come out of the home builder group. Financials continue to do well. Printed a new high last week. It's on its way down right now, but I would consider so far would be considered just a normal pullback within an uptrend. What else? Overall, here is IWM, which is a Russell 2000 ETF. You can see new high last week. Okay, but it's been fading backwards since then. So where's money flowing? If money's coming out of IWM, where's it going? Well, it's going to the QQQ. Okay, so last week, IWM was like this, and QQQ is like this. And now this week, IWM is fading, and the Qs are at an all-time high. Okay, so money seems to be coming out of the small caps and going into the large cap tech names. Okay, so overall, money is coming out of Bitcoin after it had gone on a nice run. Mega caps seem to be back in vogue. Several of those are doing well, at new highs, close to new highs. Power stocks, nuclear power, space, and aeronautic stocks starting to get some selling pressure after posting big gains. Financials continue to do well. Software continues to do well, but and then semiconductors, which were weak, are starting to perk up. So gives us a nice sandbox to play in. Small caps are starting to weaken, even though they moved to a new high last week and we're leading the market. While the NASDAQ moved down, now they've swapped roles. It's the small caps are fading backwards and the NASDAQ is starting to move up. Okay, got to pay attention to where money is rotating. You don't want to put your head down and just keep operating the same way, because what happens is you make money, and then you keep going, keep doing the same thing, and you don't notice that, no, actually money is rotating out of this group or out of these stocks and going someplace else, and then you get back a chunk of your gains. Always keep your head up. Always see where money's rotating. Just so you don't want to make money and then give half it back. You want to make money and give a little bit back so that you could start the next run close to your high rather than starting, in a hole. All right, quick reminder, Cyber Week special is live. Buy an annual membership, get 3 months free. I hope this helps. I will see you next time.